Does 45 feet seem a lot bigger when you're pulling it versus when it's on the front of your combine? Good morning. I know it has been a while. I have royally failed the whole YouTube video creation effort. Basically, that's what it is, was lack of effort. We got busy, the camera went down and it never came back up. But here we are harvesting white Milo. So we're probably sitting about 40% done with corn, just getting started with Milo. I bet we could be 15% done, maybe. That might be a little generous. So we still have quite a ways to go as far as harvest is concerned. So this Milo here, like I was saying, is white Milo. There's really, I mean, there's all sorts of colors of Milo, ranging from red to white. But really you classify it as red or white. They have cream, they have dark red, they have light red. Depending on the application of where the Milo goes is where they want the color specific Milo. Birdseed companies are real specific. They care a lot about the color of the Milo, mainly because of the appearance of the seed. If you have ugly looking Milo seed in the bird feed, it doesn't look very good, which I understand. I mean, everything, if it looks good, it sells good. Well, this Milo in particular, being white, it mainly goes for human consumption. It could either be shipped to China. I know China is a big player in the white Milo market as far as edible foods such as crackers, breads. It can be used in liquor and alcohol. Baijiu is a Chinese liquor that a lot of white Milo gets shipped to make. As far as the end user goes, I'm not really sure as to where it is or what it is, but I just know it gets shipped a long way to meet its final end user. So one question I also get asked a lot is the rows run like that, as you can see, but why do we go at an angle? So now we do that for two reasons. Reason one is if you cut with the rows on a draper head, it's only going to wear a few knives. Well, if you cut at an angle, it'll wear your whole cutter bar evenly, so you get more life out of it. And for two, Milo likes to lay down on some varieties, meaning the head gets so heavy it breaks over. Well, if you run at an angle, the crop lifters that we have put on this head and the other head, all of our heads, we run them for Milo only. It'll allow us to pick up crop that is leaning over in the row. It kind of acts like a snoot on a corn head, similar to it, just not as wide, which they work phenomenal, which is why we run them and go at the angle that we do. So with some of the Milo varieties, they tend to lodge or go down and lean over, and this variety is new to us, so we really didn't know how it played. And that could be also the big trouble with Milo varieties, is picking which ones will stand good in hard ground, stand good in sand ground. Most varieties, if they stand good in sand, they fall over in hard ground. If they stand good in hard ground, they fall over in the sand. One yields better than the other. Some don't really get tall enough to harvest. Some get too tall. There's a lot of vital characteristics to a Milo variety that we need specifically to fit a dry land area that can either go in sand or in hard ground. So on this variety specifically, this is a double team sorghum from Sorghum Partners. It's kind of new to this area this year. It's actually herbicide resistant, so you're able to spray on, it's a Quazala flop tolerant, so you're able to spray the double team sorghum herbicide. So by spraying the double team sorghum herbicide, first act is what it's called. First act, what it'll do is it'll come in and kill a lot of your grass plants, such as, you know, sandburs. Some pasture grasses, those are basically resistant to every chemical known to man anyways. Tillage is the only thing that'll kill those. But on a lot of our sandy ground, we have to rotate in a corn rotation to be able to come in and put glyphosate down to control our sandbur population. Well, in the end, we grow better Milo than we do corn. So it doesn't make sense for us to grow corn if we can't produce the bushels on a slimmer profit margin, because corn is expensive to grow. So by having this double team herbicide resistant Milo, it is allowing this area specifically to start planting Milo over corn. In the end, we get more cover. It holds the soil down better. We see less wind erosion on Milo ground because you're able to plant 33,000 seeds an acre compared to our corn population, which is around the 12,000 area. So all in all, this is really benefiting our area immensely. So we've only got 2 machines running out here, mine, and then there's one right there. And the other machine, it is on corn. So we aren't gonna switch it off of corn. The corn's running a little wet, so it's just parked for the time being. So far, it has been a very odd fall harvest for us. Normally, we don't get going this early. I mean, this is incredibly early, especially for our corn. It was dry super quick. This Milo, we're able to cut it wet because we have a couple bins that have air floors in them, so we'll fill the bin, force air through it, and we could dry it down a couple points. As far as putting 20 moisture Milo in there, that's a negative. I do not recommend that, but anything under 18, it'll do an okay job on it. Well, we've got ourselves a row of shame. Oh, what a shame it is. She's making 0 bushel. But that's kind of tough to tell because, you know, it might be a foot wide, maybe 2 foot. So that's one of the tough parts about having 2 combines with different size heads. Is I have a 45-foot head. The other combine is running a 36-foot head. So if you jump back and forth on your passes from side to side of the cutout, and if your math is not right, you don't shift enough before you start, you're gonna have rows of shame all the time. All right, and just like that, we are on the last pass of the field. The other combine's finishing up in the corner. Then we will empty out on the cart and then fold the hopper toppers down and get ready to go put the big head on the trailer so we can move to wherever it is that we gotta go next. All right, so I'll get the reel folded in, or I guess pulled in, set down, and then you flip this fancy little switch there, and then that will use the same reel in and out button to tip the head back. That way I don't forget whenever I set it on the trailer. Then go into the monitor, wrong button, and fold down the hopper toppers. She's fancy, she's quick, you're in, out, and gone. Just like so. We're off to the races. And I know that I didn't fold my ladder in, but it is common courtesy to fold in your ladder when you go down the road just so that traffic can, you know, they have more room on the side of you. It just sticks out there a ways, but seeing that nobody's coming, I think it'll be fine. And if I don't hit a power pole, I think it'll be a miracle. But we gotta go about 1.5 miles that away and dodge every power pole along the way. All right, well, I'm at the header trailer now. It is quite the process getting it hooked up. I'll set you there. Is it just me, or does 45 feet seem a lot bigger when you're pulling it versus when it's on the front of your combine? It just seems massive. So there's wind, and I apologize. But, so these are the crop lifters that I was talking about. So they bolt right on. These specific kind are the flexi finger crop lifters, and it takes the Milo. You know, that would be better, but I can't reach that. So if it's laying over like this and it's running on the ground, it works like a corn snoot where it picks it up and at least bends it up so you can cut it with the sickle still. They work exceptionally well. We put, not this specific kind, we put the John Deere version on all of our other heads, like this John Deere behind me. We ended up running into some wet Milo, so we stopped for the weekend. It's Wednesday. So we're gonna stop with Milo until Monday. I think we're gonna go with some corn maybe this afternoon, possibly tomorrow. Get one other combine, switch over to corn, and be running 2 corn combines just to get done quicker. Since we have the combines, have the manpower, might as well. In the meantime, there's a couple things that I have to do to mine. I fixed power cast tailboard. There's the wind. There's a couple wear parts that have wore through, so just need to get those fixed back up. That way it can go whenever the Milo's dry, as well as finish this 45-foot head. And with any luck, the new to us machine that is supposed to push this 45-foot head, it will be here tomorrow, if not Monday. So in the meantime, you all take care, and I'll see you in the next video.